Drink beer, it's good for you. I'm empty-handed and I'm feeling blue, and I'm gonna drink till the day that I die.
Hello and welcome to the video. This is part 2 of my Grainfather FAQ series. If you've not seen part 1, then I suggest having a look at that first before you carry on with this video. Okay, let's get straight into it then. Can I use the grain basket as a hop spider? Yes, you can. Testing has now been done to check that the silicone seals are happy with being boiled and all is good. Start by cleaning out the grain basket after your sparge while the Grainfather is coming up to the boil. Put the grain basket back into your Grainfather with both screens at the bottom to add another layer of filtration. You can put it all out at the end and dispose of the hops before cooling and whirlpool what's left. The additional metal seems to provide added heat conductivity as well for a better boil, especially on the 110 volt units. The grain basket can still remain in the Grainfather during the whirlpool. In this case, it's perfectly fine if the holes at the bottom of the grain basket get clogged, as they will catch up all the hop matter above the pump and you'll get a better utilisation as opposed to a regular hop spider. You might also decide to put the recirculation arm actually on during this process, but take off the rubber tubing, and then you can recirculate the water over the spider during the boil or late hop stage to get better hop utilisation. Pretty cool, right? I experienced scorching on the bottom plate of my Grainfather during mashing. What is causing this? Scorching is caused by having a too fine grain crush. If you look at the picture on your screen, you'll see on the left hand side we have a nicely crushed grain. On the right, way too fine. You want yours to look more like the one on the left. I am new to the Grainfather and find that my efficiency is lower than most people's. What can I do to improve this? Take a look at my Grainfather's hints and tips collection and also have a look at one of my recent brew videos. You'll find that you get all the information you need there. I find that my sparging process is going really slowly. Why is this? Generally speaking, this will be down to two things. Firstly, your grain crush being too fine, or you have a grain bill that involves a lot of wheat, rye or similar high protein malts. The use of rice hulls within grain bills like this will help greatly. How do I calculate water volumes for use in my brews? I have a video on this channel that explains this topic fully, but in short, you can actually use the Grainfather Connect app or online Grainfather webpage calculators. I also show a mathematical method on that particular video also. What is the ideal gap size on my grain mill for use with the Grainfather? Most users find that a credit card thickness gap is ideal as a starting point and adjust as needed. How long should a sparge take on a full-size batch? Around 30 minutes, but the type of grain used can cause this to vary. This also assumes that your grain crush is correct. What is the minimum and maximum amount of grain that I can mash at one time in the Grainfather? Using the standard pipework, 2.5 kilos or 5.5 pounds of grain is the minimum, whereas the maximum would be 9 kilos or 20 pounds of grain, but keep in mind that this will have an impact on efficiency. For strong brews, a reiterated mash is suggested. I do have a full guide on this within this channel. My Grainfather is showing an incorrect temperature. How to fix this? Check that the temperature probe is fully inserted into the thermowell on the body. Adding heat conductivity paste to the probe will increase the conductivity to the thermowell. During cooling, the temperature on my controller is moving down very slowly. This is to be expected. The temperature of the water inside the boiler is of no concern whatsoever, just the temperature of the water inside the counterflow chiller. My pump is not working properly and is making a humming noise. Chances are here that the pump is either blocked or you have an airlock. The easiest way to clear this is to attach a bicycle pump to the recirculation attachment and clear it. In more extreme cases, a water pipe might be needed. To avoid this in the future, ensure that you clean the system after each brew. Also ensure that the filter is firmly attached and be sure not to knock it off with your brewing spoon during the brewing process. I've been advised that it's important to scrape the bottom plate of the Grainfather whilst in the boil. Will this not scratch the bottom plate? No, it won't. Not if you do it the right way at least. To do this, either use a wooden spoon or a stainless steel brewing paddle. Be sure to not use potentially sharp edges when doing this. The intention is to scrape, not scratch. How can I resize a recipe? I have a recipe that I wish to make larger or smaller in volume. You're in luck. I have a video dedicated to just this. Check it out on my channel. And there you have it. This now concludes part 2 of this new FAQ series. I hope you found it useful, interesting and enjoyable. So if you did like this video, then please do like it on YouTube. This really helps me out and allows the videos to be seen by a wider audience on YouTube. I have always got a lot of new videos planned for the future, so if you are interested in seeing my new content, then please subscribe for future content. If you have any questions on anything that I have covered in this video or any other video, then please do not hesitate to get in touch with me via YouTube or Facebook. I'm a member of pretty much every Grainfather Facebook group and more. Happy brewing!